One of the things I love about sports and having a sports team in town or sports teams in town is that it isn't just that they entertain us on the floor with the athletes and the coaches involved doing what they do on the court. They also get involved in the community where they reside. And the Orlando Magic, from owner Rich DeVos on down, have certainly made an impact in the city of Orlando. And that brings us to our next award, the Community Service Award. All right, the Civic Award, whatever you want to call it. We call it the Mikey for Community Service. This is an award we want to give to a couple of people you might have heard of. Kim Van Gundy and her husband, what's his name? Stan? Yeah.
It's been a
Still
while
go
since
by
you-
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim Van Gundy and her husband Stan have been such a big part of this community. They've taken on a cause that was brought to light by 60 Minutes. They did the feature on the homeless children in Central Florida. Central Florida, home to more homeless children than anywhere in the country. Kim and Stan took this cause to heart up in Seminole County where they reside. Many, many homeless children, of course, in Seminole County. The Mikey for Community Service goes to Kim and Stan Van Gundy.
And it's an award that they rightfully deserve, like you said, for all of the work that they've done, because this has been an area where you talk about all the stories about homeless families. And unfortunately, here in Central Florida, there are more homeless people than anywhere else in the country right now.
That was a gut-wrenching story on 60 Minutes. When you saw that, it made you sick to your stomach.
Absolutely.
Do we have Stan on the line?
I believe we do.
I believe we have Kim and Coach Van Gundy on the line. Kim, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Thank
Good.
you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Kim, let's start with, can you tell us a little bit about this cause and how you sort of got involved with it?
Well, honestly, it was the 60 Minutes piece, like so many people. I saw that and my heart went out to those children. And actually, since it was right here in my own backyard and literally my children, I thought of my children sitting in class next to children who might be hungry or have slept in a car the night before, and I said that's just not acceptable.
As a community, is what more can Central Floridians do to sort of help remedy this situation? I know there's a lot of charity work going on. Anything we can do more or better?
I think we have the tools that we need if we all work together. I really think that it's not a matter really of creating things that don't already exist. It's just awareness and everybody working together.
Stan, are you there?
I am, Mike.
Stan, one of the things I've always admired about you is that obviously you're a basketball junkie, a basketball coach. You spend countless hours working and coaching your teams. You've always been one of those hard-working coaches. But you've always also been a guy who seems to know that basketball isn't the most important thing. You kind of keep it in perspective. Can you just talk about this cause a little bit?
Well, I think what keeps it in perspective for me, my wife helps me keep things in perspective. But, this cause, I think, one of the fundamental rights you would like to think, if there is still the American dream out there, is that every kid has access to education and a chance, an equal chance at an education. And I think what the Families in Transition program is all about is helping these kids who have unfortunately been put in a situation where they're homeless to still be able to receive services that allow them to receive an education.
Coach, have you ever thought about a career in politics?
I've thought about it. Yeah, I think that I would probably have a hard time getting elected for anything, but I have thought about it.
Stan, your voice, you're not even coaching. Is this your voice all the time? Are you always hoarse even when you're not coaching?
No, you know what happened is the other day I went Tuesday, I guess. Yeah, Tuesday. A guy called and asked me to come work with a high school team here, and so Steve Clifford and I went and ran a practice at one of the local high schools, and I hadn't used this voice in quite a while, and I was out there running a practice like I would be during the season, and so now my voice is really bad.
Coach, any chance you'll be on with your brother Jeff next year on TV?
Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do at this point, Mike. I mean, right now, actually, it's about spending time with our family, and my wife and I talking about, exactly how we want to target our efforts here, mainly toward education in Seminole County.
What is a normal day for you like right now, Stan?
Well, my big decisions are, I still haven't decided what I'm having for breakfast yet today. Then I'll go out on my back porch and have that. And then, of course, we have to get on to where we're going to have lunch and what to do there. And then I've got my son's baseball game tonight. So that's a pretty typical day.
Oh, I like it.
So, Kim, what's it been like having Stan around the house all day?
It's different, that's for sure. I have to think of things for him to do every once in a while just to kind of get him out of the way. But
have you given him a big honey-do list?
Yeah, honey-do lists and Stan.
I don't do them.
Unless there's basketball
Although
stuff on them.
Didn't Brian Schmidt see you at like the Home Depot recently or something?
Yeah, I ran into Brian. We were just my son actually needed a tool to he needed a wrench of the right size to get the top off of his Jeep. That was all.
Okay.
So I was in there helping him get that.
He is Coach Stan Van Gundy. He and his wife, Kim Van Gundy, the winners of the Mikey Community Service Award for all the work they do with homeless children and homeless family in Seminole County. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
And it's funny because, I remember watching that first piece, and I believe 60 Minutes actually did two pieces when it talked about, the homeless families here in Central Florida, and you see some of these things and the struggles they go to just to find a place to sleep for one night. There was one family that literally would go from hospital to hospital. They would sleep in the car. They would, one family member would stay on lookout because in case somebody came out and they had to move the car. There would be families that they'd be sleeping just outside the car, like on a ice chest. Or, one person said they spent all the last money that they had in their life on a bread truck.
Yeah.
Because that would be big enough so he could have himself and his two kids could stay in the truck, so that way they have a place to sleep each and every night. And you see these stories and everything that people have gone through, and it's gut-wrenching. And it's nice to hear that somebody that has the name of a Stan Van Gundy and his wife, they've reached out and they've done everything that they can. And they help with that cause, and hopefully other people will get involved too.
What about Stan Van Gundy? He's coaching a high school. Was it a high school team?
Yeah.
And he's yelling.
Know that he needed to get that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably scared the living hell out of these kids.
He's probably saying, I couldn't yell all year because of Dwight, damn it. So I need to yell now. I need to yell now.
He needs to get on that honey-do list, though. I hate to see him get fired twice in a few months.
Hey, he's at Home Depot picking up wrenches.
Rough.
Probably working on some plumbing fixtures.
Do you think
at
he
home.
had time to go to Bed Bath & Beyond?